Welcome back, friends. So these pumpkins I made last year, and I never did a video off them. Actually, Summer from Hammond's Nest inspired these pumpkins, and these are her cute little tags. So you can head over to Hammond's Nest and you can get a whole printable collection for fall, and it's got all these cute tags. So we're going to recreate pumpkins today. They're going to be a little different than this. I've got a little different twist. We're not going to put these tags on. I've got something else, but we're still going to probably have very similar greenery. Change maybe the ribbon up a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of put them out of the way. Oh, this jute that I got, it's wired jute. You don't have to use wired jute, but so much easier if you do. So you can get it in a few different sizes. And I just got mine from the Dollar Tree. So it already comes like all bundled up like this. But what I wanted to show you was there's smaller stuff too. So we're actually going to make, I think I can make, I can't remember how many I used in here, if I used 3 or 4, but we're going to make a big one, a small one. You can also get it in white sometimes. I can't remember where I got this white stuff. So we won't use the white today, but we're going to use these, and then I think we're going to make like a smaller one. But this stuff would be amazing for little pumpkins too. So I think we'll make a few little pumpkins, different sizes. All right, let's start with this guy. Super quick and easy. So this is just craft decor. I mean, I'm sure you can get it in so many places. I just know I got mine at the Dollar Tree. And I'm in Canada, so our Dollar Tree doesn't have the same stuff as the States all the time. Sometimes we do. So it just sometimes takes us a lot longer to get the stuff in. Okay, so I'm just unwinding it. I'm going to be mindful of where that piece is, just because I want to use it to tie my pumpkin together. And the same with this guy. And then this one I had opened already. So now you can rewrap it. Yes, I must have used, I must have used 3 or 4 in the big guy, and then the small one I actually rewrapped it around my hand and made it. But I think that this is gonna work to have 3 of them. Look, this would actually make really cute stems, but I like the cinnamon sticks in there. So I'm going to take and I'm going to take those extra pieces and I am just going to tie them around. You can even cut off an extra piece of jute if you want and tie them around the center as well. This one's unraveling on me, so we might have to do some trimming on him, but okay, and then this one we'll go the opposite way. And then you can fluff this out. Like so quick and easy. So quick and easy. So I'm always fluffing with these. All right. So I have some little cinnamon sticks here. Okay, I had an idea, so I had to go grab a couple more things because I'm not going to do this. I'm going to keep mine with cinnamon sticks. However, these cute little finials, look at how adorable that would be. if you stained that or painted that and put that in there. Or I don't have a clue where I got these. I've had them for years, but you could take these, cut them off and have little sticks in there. Like it's a bundle of grapevine because you've got like the little whirly guys too. So, but I am not going to do that. And if you can't, if these are too tall or you can't fit them in there, you can cut these. So, but once we get some other stuff up around, you are going to not see these as much. So I think I'm going to put that one straight in the center, and I'm going to let him be a little taller. And then let's grab my scissors here, and I'm going to cut this. It does kind of fly places. Yeah, because I want these to be different heights. Okay. And then let's grab another one here. Let's see if I can find a shorter one. No, that's okay. I'm going to keep those little bits in that jar, and I'm just going to cut a little bit off. I like that. Now, let's just set this guy aside for a second, and let's make a smaller one here. But I want this one to be even smaller. So I'm just pulling that one piece. It's actually, and it's making everything else smaller. Okay, and then we'll wrap that guy back around. On the lopsided, but I think we can just kind of maneuver him a bit, and he's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fine. I actually really like some of the smaller pieces that are looped in there. Okay. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. I use like a little bit of Spanish moss in the bottom of here. So I've got some more Spanish moss, and I'm going to take this and put it on all three of these. You know, this would be really cute with that rusty wire as well. And I have some of that, but I'm not getting it out. Okay. I know this is messy, so if you don't like this, you can use something else. But all I did was like slip it on. You can do as much or as little as you want, and you can glue it down as well. But by the time we get all these other bits and, oh, that piece isn't even glued in there. By the time you get all those other bits and bobs glued in there, I feel like you don't need to glue this in. This is why I left my stems a little longer, because now you can see like they're barely sticking out. I also just kind of make a hole and slide it over the cinnamon sticks. That also helps keep it in there. Oh, I really like that. Okay, so I just have like various pieces of greenery here. Like these little leaves would be super cute on there. Let's see. These are what I used on those ones. So I will probably use the same just in case I decide to decorate them in similar areas. And I like to just place them in to start with, and then I'll come back and glue them after once I decide that that's where they're going to go. Apparently I didn't come back and glue those ones in, so all right. My camera stopped recording, of course. I get so in the zone and then I forget to look over and see that it stopped. So anyhow, so these are all done and glued on, and used all the same pieces I used before. I decided against those other little leaves because I have got other leaves we are going to put on here. So let me see here if I can get my hands on these molds. So which ones did I use here? Okay, so I used some IOD molds. I'm just going to move some of these guys out of the way. And this little leaf actually is cut out of a bigger chunk in here, and I can't remember which piece. And I'll tell you that in a second. This one is this leaf here. And then, so this is the Autumn Cottage mold. The names are always on the edge, so that's always nice. Then I've got another pumpkin leaf here. This is the Hello Pumpkin mold. And then the Oak Leaves and Acorn mold is what the other guys are from. I just use my Alumilite Fast Casting Resin, and all I have done is painted them with Fusion Cashmere. And now it's like my go-to cream color in the fall. I am keeping these really neutral because I think what I'm going to do is we're going to add a pop of color in with these bows. So I think that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do first is we're going to wax these. So the clear wax is what's going on first, and then we are going to use the brown antiquing wax, and I use the bare wax. It's what I always use. Okay, so you could use a smaller brush, guys. I use clear first. If you've watched any of my other videos, I use the clear first because if I get my wax, my dark wax on too thick or heavy, it makes it easier to wipe off. Now, I am using Fusion and as a built-in top coat, so it does make it a lot easier to wipe off over top of that. But this is just how I do it. I like the effect that I get. I always pounce my dark out. I don't like them to be too dark, but I like to get them down into the crevices. And let's do the edges. You could even do the back if you wanted to. I just put one coat of paint on the back, only because I didn't want the molds to be like stark white. Okay, so I'm going to just rub it off now, and look what we're left with. Like, it's gorgeous. And then we are going to tuck these in different places. Like, look how pretty that is. Okay, so I'm just gonna quick go through, get these all done, and then we are gonna glue those on and put the bows on. These leaves would be super cute done in another color as well. Like, oh, the conservatory would be beautiful. Bellwood, even that iron clay, so pretty. Like, those are so pretty. Okay. Oh, we need to glue in. Actually, the reason why I hadn't glued the star anise in yet is because I wasn't sure if... Guys, you know what? I don't know. They might not get a bow. I was certain that I was putting a bow on them. I don't think I am. I like them the way they are. I'm going to commit to gluing these on, and I don't know. I might play with it a little bit more when it comes to the bow, but I just don't think that they're going on. I'm super happy with them just like this. I did have this idea of these. I've got this kind of satiny ribbon, and I thought that it would also make a cute bow. I've used it in a lot of my fall decor, but no, I think that we're not getting ribbon. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but I just don't think we're getting one. Okay, well then, that's it. So if you haven't seen my acorn and leaf tag video from last year, I did show you how to paint the leaves like different colors. And this is just one I had left over from last year. He's just floating around. I usually just prop him up someplace as decor. But doing these small leaves in those colors would actually be super cute on there. So I just wanted to pop on and show you that. Like, you can cast these and do so many different things with them. I have got a whole tray here, and I have cut apart that big one I was telling you about. I cut it apart because I've got another little project I'm gonna work on next. And so then a lot of times I will just cast a whole bunch of different ones, and then I have them for different projects. So let me know what you think. I just think that gives these jute pumpkins a whole new look with those leaves on there. Love them. I think that they look great. So okay, I wanted to... Nope, that's it. That is it. Okay. See you next time. Bye.